Most mornings I wake up, get on my bike and go for a bike ride. It's more than just physical exercise, it's also mental and spiritual exercise for me because I've been using this time for nearly 8 years now, virtually every day, as a good meditation to start my day. At this early time in the morning, it's peaceful, it's quiet, it's cooler than it is later in the day, and it's always beautiful no matter what time of the year it is. This time of the year during the rice growing season though is my absolute favourite because it's so beautiful. So I'm stimulated by peace and quiet, I'm stimulated by beauty, but I'm also stimulated by the meditation that I've chosen to make during this bike ride. And I usually ride for about 25 or 30 minutes it takes me and contemplate basically the same ritual, if you like. Each morning I work through the same thoughts and develop them in a very organic way. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my morning ritual of riding my bicycle and meditating. I start my daily morning bike ride meditation with an acknowledgement that there's a universal presence, spirit, intelligence, there's something universal there that connects us all, that we're all individual, yet we're all collectively connected. And even though living out here, I'm fairly isolated, but I'm never lonely because of this connection. So I start my daily ride with these thoughts to elevate my intentions away from myself and towards a higher ideal. And then this moves into a recognition of the spiritual realm. I'm out here physically riding my bicycle, it's pumping the blood around my body, my legs are moving, my mind is stimulated by what I'm seeing, what I'm smelling, what I'm hearing, and this changes a little bit depending on the season, but at this time of the year when the rice is growing, it's absolutely spectacular. I find myself focusing not only on what I can see and hear and smell, but what I'm feeling and what I'm sensing. And so it's a real acknowledgement that, yeah, my spirit's alive and also my body is alive. This is something that I really value. Both these things about my morning ride, it really does wake me up physically and mentally and spiritually. And sure, we all have different worldviews, we all have a different way of seeing ourselves, our relationships, our lives, our neighbours, our friends, whoever and wherever, whoever's around us and wherever we are, our worldview shapes how we connect with it. So I find starting a day like this very, very grounding, and it sets me off with a really good foundation every day. Yeah, in this video I'm not aiming to really explain exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing, because everybody's got a different perspective and a different worldview, but just sharing my heart, sharing my practice of what I've found to be a really valuable ritual, I guess, in my life, a really good habit in my life to help me have a more fulfilling day. And yeah, I can't explain the spiritual realm, but I'm quite comfortable with having this aspect of mystery in my life that I don't actually have to understand everything. And this is something really valuable to remind myself every day. And as I ride, it's pretty quiet. There's not many people out at this time of the day. Motorcycles and the odd truck will come past me, but generally I'm pretty much alone, enjoying nature and enjoying my time out by myself and reflecting on these things. And as I continue to write, I think about being one person out of about 8 billion that live on this lovely planet, and then thinking more broadly that I'm just a tiny speck in this universe. And it's really, it's a helpful thing to just take that perspective of how small I am in such a tiny part of it. It helps to keep me humble. It's a helpful perspective being on this tiny planet in an ever-expanding universe, but we still have this connectivity with the universe and with each other. So again, isolated but not lonely. And as I continue my contemplation, I'm thinking about connection and participation with the people around me and what I'm going to be doing this day. So I choose to occupy my mind with the integration and the effects and the choices that I'm going to be making during the day, and considering how they are affecting those around about me, how they're affecting me, and how they're affecting other people that may be influenced by what I'm doing. And to me, this is a really vital part of any type of meditation practice, is being able to put it into realistic practice in our day-to-day lives. And I find by doing this every morning, or most mornings, it really helps to keep me focused on what's really important and what really matters in my life and in my relationships. And so I find it's very helpful to occupy my mind in the mornings as I ride with these thoughts that integrate the effects I will have on others during the day, and the effects that my thoughts will have on the decisions that I'm going to be making about what I'm doing and how I'm going to do things. It is a very creative part of my life. It's a very creative part of my day to be considering maybe the videos I'm going to be making, maybe the time that I'm going to be spending with my wife or with customers at our homestay, or with art that I'm making, or whatever else it is that I might be doing. Of course, all the while I'm still enjoying the scenery, still enjoying watching the rice grow, if you like, or during the dry season. It's a lot different during the dry season. After the rice has been harvested, the fields lay barren for quite a long time, so it's not as visually beautiful, but in the cooler months of the year up here in the north of Thailand, it can get pretty cold. We'll be down to 10 degrees Celsius sometimes. And on these days, maybe my bike ride's a little bit shorter because I'm riding a bit harder, I'm going a bit faster, just to keep myself warm, to keep my blood pumping around my body. But on mornings such as when I recorded this video, it is just magnificent. It's so beautiful out there, it's so peaceful. And the green of the rice and the blue of the sky and the scenery of the mountains is spectacular. And as I continue to ride, I'm thinking, flexibly about my day and planning it kind of organically, just really roughing it out in my mind, nothing really step by step. There's no sort of real strong analysis or anything like that. It's very much meditative, and just going with the flow of ideas that come to mind, but remaining focused on what's happening in my life now, what's current, what's present. I'm not thinking about the past, I'm not projecting into the future, I'm meditating, I'm being here and now. And this does too come along with developing ideas for the things that I'm working on. So I'll be projecting forward into the day. Like I said, that my meditation is practical, because I like to take this time to really prepare for the day in practical ways, not just in emptying my mind or calming my mind, but thinking about the decisions I'm making and how effective they can be and how creative I can be during the day. For example, my thoughts along these lines will be towards maybe what I'm going to be videoing, or the script that I'm working on for a video, the ideas for a framework of a video, and I'll start to just mull over different ideas, different intentions of things that I would like to do, and just be really just listening to my thoughts, listening to my own spirit, if you like, and connecting, having connected with the bigger picture, listening for the inspiration that can come when my mind is at peace and at quiet, and enjoying the surroundings, enjoying my bike ride, enjoying the exercise, and the visuals and the smells and the peaceful, serene surrounding that I'm in. As I ride, I find my mind is focused, I'm undistracted, and it's easier, more practical to develop ideas that come to me. Oftentimes these ideas will come to me in the evening. It just happens to be the way things are with me. I've got a notebook, I write things down. Sometimes I'll send myself an email just so that I can remember. And then I'll check these in the morning and use them as inspiration for my meditation during my bike ride. I like to think of this as very much going with the flow, going with ideas as they are generated, as they come to me fresh, and then spending this time of just mulling over them, meditating on them, considering options and different choices that I can make about them, and towards achieving a really good result. And certainly I know for sure that the days that I don't get out and ride, I am generally not as alive and awake, and certainly not as productive as I am on the days that I do get out and have this bicycle riding meditation. And as I mentioned before, I do see the odd person coming past. There's a few regulars that I see that'll give me a smile and a wave. There's one lady that comes past that always says hi to me. She's got a full face helmet on. She's also wearing a mask. So I'm not sure who she is, but I'm sure I know her from around the village. She certainly knows me. She always says hi, and it's lovely. And there's another guy that I noticed actually during COVID, and I would see him riding. He'd have a mask on, and we'd acknowledge each other. I could see his smile in his eyes, and then as years went by, as time went by, he is now not wearing his mask anymore. We always give each other a nod and a smile. And just recently I was down at the local barbecue bar in the evening one evening, and here he was. And I'd anticipated that at some point in the future I'll meet this guy. He's probably riding to work when I see him each morning. I've looked out from events when we've gone to the village or been involved in events at the temple. I've never seen him there, but I saw him getting a bite to eat and enjoying a drink the other night down at the local barbecue bar. So it was really fun to introduce ourselves and say hi. And sure enough, yep, he works at the electricity department down in Chong Tong, and that's where he's heading each day. And I'm sure I'll see some more of him. And again, this is just a part of being in this community that I really love. In this somewhat isolated, very rural community, people connect really easily. It's been quite fun, and this has happened at times with others that I'll meet down at the local shops or at the bar or something like that. They'll say, oh, we see you out riding your bicycle in the morning, you're out exercising, and it's like, yeah, it's really good fun. It's really nice to have this sort of level of connectivity with people in our neighbourhood. And for sure, I know that I'm fairly recognisable, so people will remember me, and they'll remember where they know me from. And down at the rice paddies in the mornings at this time of the year, there are quite a few egrets, and there's some storks. I think they're storks, but there's more egrets, and they're so beautiful. They're incredibly elegant white birds that I guess they stand about 1 metre tall or just under 1 metre. And as I'm riding past, sometimes if they're close by the road, they'll just fly. They'll take flight, usually only just above the surface of the rice. So when the rice now, you can't really see the water, but when the rice has only just been planted or before it's been planted, you'll get these beautiful reflections. If there's a nice blue sky with a few clouds, really, really pretty. It's really lovely. And when these egrets fly just above the surface of the water, maybe a metre off the water, I'll also see their reflection in the water as they're flying. It's absolutely magic. I've shared this with people before and they say, oh, it must make wonderful photos. You know, I've never photographed it because I'm not there to take photos. I'm there meditating and riding my bicycle, and I don't want to take photos. I don't want to be distracted. Maybe someday I'll go down there just with my camera just to have a look and take some pictures. But for me, it's just really precious and really enjoyable being able to experience this simply without being distracted by taking photos or making videos or anything like that. And then as I continue to ride, I'm conscious of the one in the universe who provides for all our needs. So I'm seeking food, shelter, health, ideas, inspiration, creative direction, being mindful to be grateful for what we have, but also being mindful of the needs that are before us each day and seeking the fulfillment of those needs. And as I contemplate these things, I'm thinking in relation to other people as well. So I'm seeking harmony there, and to be harmonious in our relationships, this requires saying sorry and offering forgiveness and being forgiven. So this is the time where I'm focusing on these things. So I'm thinking about being forgiving and being kind and compassionate to others, because this is the best for the relationships I have with those who I have close relationships with, but also those that I have maybe more casual relationships with as well. And as I come towards the end of my bike ride in the mornings, I'm seeking direction for the best way forward and how to avoid the obstacles that might come our way or the temptations that might drag us away from the things that I'm contemplating and the things that I believe that I need to be doing or want to be doing, that I've chosen that I want to be doing. So really synchronizing my body, my mind, my emotions and my spirit in a peaceful, compassionate and aligned with the universe, aligned with the one that holds us all together. And as I started doing this about 8 years ago, I was mindful of a group of guys that asked a teacher, a leader, a spiritual man, how can we do this? How can we connect? What do we do? And this guidance was the response to that question from people that asked it thousands of years ago, and it's great. I find it still so relevant today and so helpful for me. Initially I thought I'll just start with this meditation and it will probably change over time. It's different every day because I'm thinking about different things every day, but I follow the same template, the same structure, the same guidance that was the answer to this question about teaching us to pray, if you like, or teaching us to meditate. And I do find it hugely valuable for every part of my life. It's really good for my body. I'm getting out there, I'm exercising, I'm getting my limbs moving, I'm getting the blood flowing through my veins, I'm visually stimulated and audibly, and yeah, my senses are stimulated. The smells, the sounds, the everything is wonderful. The feeling of riding my bicycle is all there, but it's also very spiritually grounded and emotionally grounded because I'm working through these aspects that are going to be part of my life during this day and every day that I'm alive. And as I ride, I'm undistracted. I don't have headphones on, I'm not listening to music or a podcast, I've not got my phone with me, I've not got a camera with me, there's no distractions. I'm just enjoying being present in the here and now, being present on my bicycle, on this road, with nature all around me and beauty all around me, enjoying it at the very moment. And I've been doing this now for close to 8 years. Most days that I've been here, I've been riding in the mornings for about 8 years now, and it is a really good, solid meditation practice. This ride gets me ready to start my day, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It's so important for me. Every time I miss going for a ride, I miss it. I really miss it in my day. I'm not nearly as productive, or quite often not even as focused as I will be if I've done the ride in the morning. And it is repetitive. I ride the same way every day, but it's never the same. And the same with my meditation. I work through this prayer, this meditation, if you like, every single day, but every single day it's different. It's the same, but it's different. So it's a habit, it's a ritual, if you like, but it's also organic and dynamic because it's changing all the time. And as I repeat this process over and over, it's keeping my body healthy, it's keeping my blood flowing in my veins. It's really a good time to be out and about because it's cool, it sets me off for a really good start on the day, but it's also helping me to mentally prepare for my day and spiritually prepare for my day and my relationships and the connection that I have with other people during the day. This is building an experience that I've never had before. This is a repetitive habit. I'm doing, the same thing every day, but it's changing every day. And this is what makes it a very vital experience for me, because as I repeat the same thing, I'm also growing, I'm learning, I'm becoming not only stronger and fitter physically, but mentally and emotionally and spiritually as well. And this is where it's really important, because we're not only physical beings, we're also mental, emotional and spiritual beings. We're not separate, we're one body, one person. And I find that it's really good to not only exercise our bodies, but also exercise our minds, our emotions and our spiritual beings every day. And I really believe, as with any type of meditation or spiritual practice, it's only fully beneficial when we can practically outwork it within our daily lives, when we can incorporate this practice into our daily routines, and this means really in our connections with other people and also into our workflow to ensure that I'm more productive. And surely I know this for definite that I am more productive the days that I go for my bike ride. And as I said at the beginning, this is my favourite time of the year because the rice is growing, so the visual stimulation during my ride is fabulous. It's not distracting, it just adds to the overall experience of it. And if you'd like to know more about the importance of growing rice in Thailand, you can check out this video next. Thanks very much for watching.